to the Man United show. We are live. And I have been through the wars more than just having to watch Man United draw 1-1 with Burnley. I pulled my ACL standing up out of a chair, and then I gave myself a blockbuster sticking my headphones on. So, I'm completely written off as the old man I am. But I'm joined by super Man United fan, Garth. How you doing, Garth?
Yeah, great. Written off just like Man United, mate. That's what you are, obviously. So
yeah, you'd have to say the title challenge we may have spoke about at the start of the season is completely over. Top four, it's on a shoestring, and top six is still achievable. But if Man United continue to drag themselves through games like this, it's going to be a distant memory. Garth, give us your roundup of the game. Of what you watched today on the 1-1 draw against Burnley.
very similar to the Middlesbrough game. Very similar. Dominated for the first half. Completely dominated for the first half. Mm-hmm. But I knew as soon as we went in 1-0 at half time, I was like, we're not coming out of this with the win. We're in that stage at the moment, you know what I mean, where if we don't get, if things start going against us, we don't seem able to pull ourselves out of the mire of that, if that makes, you know what I mean. So too many individual errors on the field that slow our game down or break our forward progression, our transitions, and we just played bottom of the league. They've got one win. They've got one win in 20 games. They've scored what was it? What did he say? 14 goals in 19 games or something. Like, it's ridiculous what they're, and we can't beat them. We can't. We're missing chances we should be putting away. Yeah, you can say we're unlucky today. Personally, I think the first goal that got disallowed is fully justified to be disallowed. Fully justified. The second one, yeah, it's well dubious, but it's one of them. If it goes against you, you're fuming. If it goes for you, you're like, well, I can see why. I can see why it was given. You know, like one of them. So
definitely offside. Definitely handball. I mean, one of them. One of them.
Yeah, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Something needs to change. You asked me yesterday about whether I was disappointed we didn't reinforce in this window. I really am now. Really am after today.
It feels like you needed it. It feels like you can keep on putting those same players out, but nothing's going to change.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Before we go, and if you are watching on the KS1 TV, please press that subscribe button. We appreciate the support. If you're watching on Facebook, come over to KS1 TV or just change the settings so we can see who you are. We don't like talking to eggs, but we will, because you're all fans out there. As long as you press that subscribe button. If you are watching on Twitter, come over to KS1 TV and join the chat. We've got Nathan Ellington in the chat right now, and we're going to have to see what he says. He's too ill to come on the show, and apparently he got a little bit iller after watching that performance. So any excuse not to have his 2 pence worth on this show after that performance. He says, United playing some high-intensity first half, but far too open. Mcguire is trouble once again. And he says, Mcguire's a joke of a defender, got ripped. I will have to say, did he close his eyes when that header at the end? I thought could this be? I thought Man United. There's no way after 100, probably about 31 corners.
Yeah, you know,
still not scored a goal. Yeah, and just at the end, the last one against Burnley of all teams. Yeah, Mcguire rises like a train, and his feet barely move off the floor. He's got his eyes shut, and he's just thrown his shoulder into
I was going to say, come off his arm, mate. Come off his arm.
What was that? But, I mean, he's a central defender that can only do that business when he's playing for England, apparently.
We're getting to Mcguire.
Sancho on it like we need him to be, but Rashford, Don, another side looking like a half of a player we know him to be. Yeah, that's true. Rashford hasn't really hit it this season. I don't know whether he's just in bad form. I'm not going to overthink it. He's in bad form, and he needs that goal. He also says, "What a goal for Varane." only the fridge had to cancel it out. All right, let's get on to it. Because, I mean, Nathan, are you sure you don't just want to jump on, mate? Because I feel like you've got a lot to say. All right, maybe we'll get you at the end for a final thought, yeah? Right, conserve your energy for one final thought just to give the fans something. Let's get on to the player ratings, though. Who we got first? David De Gea.
Didn't have much to do all game, really, did he? 6. Yeah, straight 6. Yeah. He pulled out that great save from that Vorkhorst, that half volley into the bottom corner.
He looked like a bit of a danger at points.
That's what, that's what I said yesterday. Like, his stats suggest that he could be an undercover. You know what I mean? Gets like 8 goals towards the end of the season for Burnley and keeps them up. Yeah, like mate, he handled Mcguire all game. So, Mcguire on toast. So anyway, yeah.
Right.
We can't wait to get to Mcguire.
Everyone's favourite central defender at the moment, Harry Mcguire.
Well, you see, I thought I was going to have to argue my point here because I thought that's like either you or Nathan would be like, that's a bit harsh, but it feels like Nathan's on my wavelength, mate. He gets a 4. He gets a 4. He gets a 4, mate, for stupid, silly mistakes like costing us Varane's goal. Which, bottom line is, you're not getting away. That's defending from 15 years ago. 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Blocking the defender, not in the VAR era. You're not getting away with it, mate. Yeah. For being culpable for Burnley's equaliser, just running into nowhere. Into his own man. Yeah. Simple passes mistake. Like how he got in front of Lindelof, I don't know. I'm hoping Lindelof is still not match fit. And that's why Mcguire got picked again today. But if not, if this is what we've got till the end of the season, Mcguire still playing every game. Yeah, we're in trouble, mate. We're in big trouble.
Do you think in the back of his mind, he feels like it's coming to an end? Like football players aren't oblivious to this, to the form, and people already replacing them with better players that they think like. Do you think in the back of his mind he's thinking, I can't wait till the end of the season. I want out.
I would. Obviously, you can't say that. I would. Let's put it that way. I would want, if I was having this much pressure, because once it gets on top of you, some people, it isn't just footballers, but it's everyone, people in general, can drag themselves back up from it. Yeah. With footballers, you've got to perform, and he just isn't performing. So he's not being able to get any confidence back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And he's getting found out every week, isn't he? You know what I mean? And it can't be fun as a professional footballer, and you're the captain of Man United, like the pride. It must be a dent every week, knowing as you walk off that pitch that yet again, I've already seen it on Twitter, you're the one going to get lambasted for this being a draw against Burnley.
There he is. Nathan, plucked up enough energy. And what a fitting time. When Harry Mcguire, we're talking about Harry Mcguire.
Absolute piece of waste. Oh, I'm not happy with him, to be fair, today. He was doing okay until he was called upon, and then he didn't produce, did he? He decided to stop the goal, like I said, and then he just can't move and get back. And then he allows the player to get in, and Rodriguez goes and dinks the keeper like he's flipping prime Mane, pacing out defence. He's not. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't be able to do that.
Not good.
And then he should be getting sent off there. Last man again. He's the last man. He's got his arms all over him.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It was lucky, yellow card he got.
Yeah, I forgot about that. If that was any closer, if that was any closer to the area, that's a red card. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Very, very, very lucky. Raphael Varane.
Yeah, it's best of our back line again. He uses class, don't he? So, but again, in a 1-1 draw against Burnley, what can you give him? A 6? Yeah, a 6.
I'm giving him a 7. I think. He was solid all-round performance, scored the goals, chalked off, and he was just everywhere, blocking everything, and moving the ball as quickly as he can, and never losing it, really. Always in the right position. For me, I think he got 7.
All right. Dallo.
Showed his class.
A lot of people I see online not happy with Dallo's performance tonight.
Really?
I thought you did all right, to be fair.
Yeah. Go on, Nate. You go, mate. You go, Nate.
I thought he did well. He kept the winger quiet, and he's supposed to be really deadly at the moment, doing really well. So he was right up his backside. He was in there with a lot of pace, obviously keeping up with him all the time. He kept the ball well, moved it well. I thought he did all right. The only thing I didn't like was the overhit cross, and one time where him and Sancho should have been able to stop McNeil crossing the ball in, and they didn't. But apart from that, I think he had a solid performance as well. You want to see more going forward in terms of getting crosses in when them opportunities arise. But honestly, he looked pretty solid in terms of a standard performance. Not amazing. I'll give him a 6. Would have been a 7 if we had a clean sheet.
All right, Garth, what are you giving him?
Yeah, I'm very similar. It's just the same again. Like high 6 would have been 7. I really couldn't believe that people are having a go at him. For me, every week now he's cementing himself as our number 1 right back. And I think one of the first shows I did with you, I was like, no way can he be our number 1 right back. And now, it's a 6 for me as well, 100%.
Is he Man United number 1 right back, or is he just being better than Wan-Bissaka?
Yeah, he's not number 1. Like, if you're talking about do we need better, yeah, we need better. But at the moment, he's our best option, I think. So,
Luke Shaw.
I thought, you know what? First half, when he busted a gut to get ahead of Sancho, I was like, yes, that's what I want to see. Shaw, he was going for it, and he done it a few times over and over again. I was like, are we going to be able to keep this up, like continually doing that for 90 minutes? And so he looked good. You know, I really liked what I saw of him today. I like the fact that he was pushing himself. He's got to do that every week, so then he's got the legs to do that for even 120 minutes when there's an extra time. He's going to eventually be able to do that, and he's going to be pushed to do it. So if he can continue to play like that, I'm happy. He got a 7 for me.
Sweet. Garth?
Yeah, I'm going 6 for sure for me. 6 for sure. I think again, if we'd kept the clean sheet, I know it had nothing to do with him. But there was also moments in this game, and again, it's clearly like what they're saying, conditioning and fitness, where he wasn't moving as quick in the last 20 minutes as he was. You know what I mean? When he was fresh, and it impacts his game massively. It impacts our game massively. You know, but he fought to the end. But yeah, it's a 6 for me. It is a 6.
Cool, 6 for sure. Paul Pogba.
Paul, for me, he played okay. He did all right. He scored a good goal, very good goal when we needed it. The only one to really be able to put the ball away. So I was happy with that. And his distribution was good, and he was in there for the fight. And again, he showed his strength. A lot of people don't realize how strong he is and how he's very difficult to get off the ball. And again, when you're playing against a team like Burnley, you've got to be able to hold your own. And he did today. He was in the battles. I lost a few, but won quite a few as well. Scored his goal. Done his job. 7.
Cool. Garth, Pogba?
Yeah, it's a high. Is it an 8 for me? It might even be an 8 for me. I think again, Paul Pogba was the sort of Paul Pogba that we were talking about yesterday. That Man United are going to miss that player. Powerful, good on the ball, like creating space, like taking men with him, like they were saying, holding men up to allow for players to get in the space, making the right passes. Yeah, it's an 8 for me for Pogba. We will miss that Pogba. We'll miss him a lot. That sort of Paul Pogba in the middle, 100%. So, obviously, did you see him saying that giving the old free as he was running away to Ralph Ragnick? The boys in the studio are trying to suggest that a new 3-year contract coming down the pipeline for him, but we'll see.
God, don't do this to me. We did this with Ronaldo. Maybe he'll come back. He did. It's not the same. Scott McTominay.
To be fair, you know what? I think he done a good job defensively today. He stopped a lot of stuff and just passed it simple and just kept it moving. That's what you have to have against these boys at times. I think he did get caught one time where they nearly got on the attack on us. But apart from that, I think he done quite well. I like what I saw. Like when there's pressure in him, he just kept it simple, and then he won a lot of balls. So Again, I think he's going to get a 7 for me today. It wasn't disappointing. He wasn't great, but he was pretty good. So I give him a 7.
7 from McTominay. Garth's McTominay?
Yeah, I'm again very much of a similar opinion. There's a couple of times, again with Scott McTominay, this one I realise with a lot of his Man United boys, he makes the wrong decisions in pressure situations 40% of the time, 30% of the time, but it really affects our game, if that makes, like our play breaks down because he's not making the right pass, or he's having a shot when he should be making a pass, or his pass is too weak, or he's not getting to the ball in time. But today, another good game. That's Paul. That's Scott McTominay. That's as good as you're getting from Scott McTominay. He might score on any given Sunday, you know what I mean? But that performance is, and it's a good performance. It's a 7, you know what I mean? But that is Scott McTominay's game.
And it's not to take away from Scott McTominay.
No.
But you need better in there. You need more. You need more. Man United have always produced some of the best squad players that will get into most first teams, but they always have someone in front of them. And you think, oh, how are they not playing? Like, you had Johnny Evans, like you had seasoned professionals, you had John O'Shea, you had all these players in your team, but they weren't they weren't starters. But they got a load of games in the season and throughout their time at Man United. So I think it's that you need some more first teamers to put in, and these players are good enough to challenge them and keep their levels up as well.
Just quickly on that one, I think it's a player that we got to get, that their bottom line is that performance, not their top line. If you get what I mean. That's what it is.
Yeah, I agree. Bruno Fernandes.
I think he was still bright. He kept the ball. He didn't lose it too easily, too often. He didn't do obviously loads, but he was always part of the attacking play. But again, he only got the 1 goal. I'm going to give him a 6 because I want to see more. I want to see more from him. And you know what he can produce. So I'd like to see more. I'm going to give him a 6.
All right. Garth?
Yeah, again, it's the same for me. It's a 6 for Fernandes. And that's a straight 6 as well. There's no exactly what Nathan said. Like, he didn't do anything really. That he did nothing wrong. He did nothing great. He did his job. He did that great where he run back into defence, didn't he? Later on in the game, where he tracked back and was it Cornet running into the box, and he took him. So yeah, he done all right. He done a 6, but again, we scored 1 goal, and he's meant to be our attacking impetus. You know what I mean? This is what I said about the Ralph Rangnick system. Even in this formation, does Fernandes slowly become a casualty in that? Like, you slowly see him not playing every game, and then he's only playing 1 every 4 games. You know what I mean? Because his assists and his goals have rapidly decreased since this new system. But yeah, 6 for today.
Yeah. But Paul Pogba being around will help him. But he needs another one of those players that's just that crafty, guile, like just glides around. That he needs another one of them that he can bounce off. I don't think.
He needs to inform Rashford, mate. That's what he needs. If you get an informed Rashford along with Sancho the way he's playing now, you know, we look a different side. But at the moment, it's like only one man can start playing well. Or the others have to wait till he's not playing well to start playing
one at a time.
Like, one in, one out.
We all play. And we all just play well.
So true.
Well.
Yeah, it's so true because
play
one game.
Whose turn is it? It's mine. It's mine.
Sure, it's my game this week. Speaking of Rashford.
He's on the right and
like off milk.
Can he go on the left? But Sancho's playing so well on the left. I don't want to really lose to that. But isn't Sancho still good on the right as well? I would have rather put him left than him right, just to see if we can get some more out of Rashi. Rashi was just he didn't really provide much at all. You know he's gonna just shoot and not do any shimmies, no drink, no nothing from the right side. It's like he's got no thought in his mind of any skills whatsoever when he's on the right side. I don't understand it. Like, he doesn't even have any pace when he's on the right side. I don't get it. When he's on the ball, he just shoots into the defender's legs, or just shoots across goal, and that's it. So today, he played a 5 for me. He's played a 5 today. It's got to
5
improve.
for Rashford. Oof. Garth, what are you giving for Rashford?
I'm exactly the same. I was honestly straight 5. That was a 5 performance from him today, and very much like what I just said about Fernandes. That's a straight 5. There's no like he's getting into the top ends of 5s. Like, he's out of form. He's out of nick. I don't think he does. I don't think he does very well on the right wing. Like, for some reason, I don't understand the intricacies of like high end professional football. You know what I mean? For as a fan, it's a winger. Like, you're like, I understand with the foot situation. Obviously, you can't replace Sancho at the moment because Sancho's playing really well. So he's got to find some form on that right flank.
Sancho's
basically
playing really well, but he's not even playing at his best. And you don't want to take him out of his stride, which is going to take him to what you paid for. Like, that's one player you don't want to be messing with at the moment. It's Jadon Sancho. He's just starting to get there. He's getting his confidence. He's feeling. You can tell he's feeling his game at the moment. And don't mess with that. But he
needs to find his form. He needs to find form on that right wing.
And even if you didn't watch the game, just going by these ratings, look, you've got to be asking more from Fernandes and Rashford. They're 2 key players. Especially Fernandes as well. It's not happening. Not good enough. Jadon Sancho.
Sancho, the guy was on it. He was on it. He's been on it in the last 2 games, like the Dortmund on it that I wanted to see. But today was even better. The minute the whistle went, he was as soon as he got on the ball, he was at his man, going, okay, I'm going to cut inside, I'm going to go. And he's megsing everybody down the sides. I'm like, yeah, love this. Let's go. But he's doing things with an end product as well. He's just waiting to be as direct as possible. That's what I want to see from this guy. And I'm like, do not take this man off. Leave him on, because he's our best player right now. He's getting an A. Top performance for me.
You giving him?
8. He's getting an 8.
Just cut out.
He's on fire.
Jadon Sancho gets an 8. There's a couple of high numbers in there for a 1-1 draw against Burnley.
Sancho's on fire. He's the only best player we had on the pitch today.
Jadon Sancho.
Yeah, he was great today. This is the thing. It's a bit like Middlesbrough, as I was saying to you. If we put away them chances in the first half, we're in a completely different conversation here, obviously, because it's a win. But the players would still play the similar scores because it's just like that. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's a 7 for Sancho, but only because I'm getting a flavour of what he's about now, and what's coming from this kid. What's coming from this kid is going to be awesome if he hits his stride. Like, I can't imagine what he can do at some points. He, you know what I mean. He had a couple of them boys sweating gravy at one point, mate. Like, they're in trouble, bro. They were in trouble, bro.
What about when he wrong-footed the guy on the wing? And he turned him back outside, and he was running off the pitch.
Epic food puns here.
He makes him go back. Oh, I can't believe it.
Yeah, he looks so good.
Was tasty. He was finger licking. He had people on toast. Dude was different gravy. Making me hungry. I know Nathan's eating in the background.
I'm not eating a damn thing right now.
If we keep with the food analogy, he's only shown us 7 of those secret herbs and spices so far. Now we need to see that full. Well, you need to see that full 13. That's what I'm waiting for, mate. You know what I mean? So yeah. He looks. The last 3 games, he's really shown what he's about, and if we just let him play. It almost seems like he's either Ralph's told him to do it, or he's took it upon himself to just learn how to play his way inside the system. Still with a pacey winger with the tricks and everything.
Yeah.
We're more direct, though, aren't we, Decaf? You can see we're more direct in our play now. We're playing much more we're on the front foot, and that's his game. And that's why he's getting the rewards of what we're doing. Only problem now is Greenwood is not playing, and we got Cristiano sitting on the bench, upset. But again, I think this would be sit up lovely for a Haaland in there now. Oh, how good would that be?
I think, like, going off the last two performances, which especially in the first half were good performances, you just didn't finish it off. Like, you got to take something from those games. The fact that if you had no structure for the last 3 years, and then a manager's come in, he's having to change things about, and now you're starting to see something happening. Now you're starting to see at least the first half. But then it's no surprise that when you score that goal, that they're a bit like, okay, should we just defend this? Well, you can't, because you scored in like the 30th minute. Like, you can't do that. You can't defend it like that. You've got to play. You've got to keep going for that second goal. I don't think you're too far away. Yes, you still need to find the right players in this system, and you need more additions at the end of the season. But if we're talking about this season, I reckon by the end of the season, Man United will have some form of pomp in there and strut in their stuff.
Some cohesion.
Yeah, I can't see it not happening.
We're buying for Mcguire away from winning that game 1-0. Simple. Click confident, calmly. With no rush, no struggles, nothing. Just 1-0. Easy.
Edison Cavani.
Quiet game today. Put himself back. I think he's had quite a lot of these this year, where he's putting himself about. Everyone's thinking, he's playing great, but we don't seem to get him chances, and we don't seem to have him in the game at all anymore. It's just like he's just working hard, but it's not even coming to anything anymore. But we know he's working hard, if you get what I mean. So it's like, come on, like what's going on here? What are we gonna do to help him get chances? Same with Cristiano, isn't it? When he's playing, so it doesn't matter either of them playing. If you're not creating chances for him, it's gonna be hard. But yeah, I think he's gonna get I'm giving him a 5. I don't think he's more than a 5 today, and that's not his fault. It's just a 5.
Go off, Cavani.
Yeah, no, it took the words out of my mouth, which is what I was about to say, which ain't his fault, but he did nothing today. Absolutely nothing. So, yeah, 5 for me. 5 for me. And it's just got me thinking, that because I thought that Declan Rice is the answer to Man United, but with Ronaldo not firing as well as we thought he might, and Cavani leaving at the end of the season, what's more important for Man United now? The striker or the defensive midfielder? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you've got nothing. You've got nothing.
Yeah.
You've got Edison, Cavani.
Yeah, but we're not getting Rice and Haaland, are we? You know what I mean?
Something there. I'd rather get Haaland because
I think so as well now.
Like him. There ain't no one else out there like him for years, I don't think. So let's get this guy in first, and then
I mean, this is a conversation for Thursday. But do you bring in a Haaland, and you try your best to tie down Pogba for another 3 years, or do you go for a Rice and I don't know? Well,
try and swindle everything.
Get a cheaper striker. I don't think I don't know in my lifetime I've ever known Man United got to have a world-class striker up top.
Yeah, it's like we've got to do it. We've got to get a striker in there anyway.
Yeah,
so we're gonna need to make some moves there because we need world class up there, like world class, and he's the one that I'm looking at. Stands right out like a sore thumb, and possibly still would love to play with Sancho again. And then if Rashford hopefully can play some better football and Pogba stays, it would look good for him to come in. And then obviously we get Mcguire sold to Newcastle next year. And that would
be great. Yeah. Pogba's a big equation in there. Definitely, I mean, delve into it probably on Thursday, but that's the big equation. If you can keep Pogba, then all day Haaland is without a doubt the 100. He is anyway. It's Haaland, but without with Pogba leaving, we need something in that centre. You know, we need something so bad.
Maybe we could sell Mcguire and get Rice for him.
How about we ain't getting 80 mil. We ain't getting nowhere near 80 mil for Mcguire these days, mate.
Even if we get
there,
20
you got the
mil
receipt.
If we can get 20 mil for him,
Yeah,
snap their hands off, and then
Yeah.
just use 20 of that towards the 80 for Rice.
To be honest, I think a manager like David Moyes would love a Harry Maguire.
Oh yeah,
would get like more out of Harry Maguire than Man United have ever got out of him. I think
maybe they'd pay more.
I think a
More
team.
than 20.
Maybe. I doubt it.
No, let's be fair. No, he's a 30, 35 mil player, really, Harry Maguire at the moment. I reckon he can get through.
So?
Still
went for 12 mil.
But you've got to think who's going to pay it.
Yeah, Newcastle and Everton. I could easily see one of these boys taking a punt on him. Yeah,
it's like mugs. It's like...
I'd like to see them pay 50 mil at least.
We want 20 mil a second ago.
Yeah, 20 mil. Everton come in. Everton start sniffing about. You're like, do you know what? Picked up a bit of foreign training.
The English tax. You got to add the English tax.
Yeah, English tax to English team.
He's an England player, isn't he? So
Captain. Yeah.
Exactly.
Take it. Wedge Rice to the top. Yeah, just drop a couple of them lines and I'm sure you get that extra 30 million.
Why not?
All right. It was Elanga who come on first, wasn't it? Is it Elanga?
Yeah, he did come on, but he didn't have much time, did he?
Didn't do much, nor did Cristiano. They both, to me, got like, I don't know, 5s. They didn't do nothing.
And Jesse Lingard came on as well.
Same as well. I don't think they made any ability to change the game at all. So, for me, they're all getting 5s.
Right. So you've got big game on Saturday against Southampton and a big game on the following Tuesday against Brighton. Both teams down on the South Coast, one close to home for you, Garth. Worry about any of them games?
Of course.
Well, we just drawn 1-0 to Burnley, kids. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
And lost to Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
We've got to be worried about every game at the moment, but we've got good performances going on. So I think something's going to change very soon because that should have been 3-0 or 2-0 at least. Because I would have said that own goal should have stood. The penalty maybe not, but even that I was thinking maybe they're going to give it. It's not as bad, but then obviously offside and a little nudge, that's fine. But then even the Middlesbrough game, you're looking at that and you're thinking on another day that could be 6-0. So one of these days we're gonna get 3-4 goals up, and we're gonna just go and coast it, and then we'll have the confidence behind us to continue doing that. But I think it's probably once we get Bailly in there, or even Lindelof in there, or even Jones in there, I think it will shore us up at the back to know that even when it is still tight and we haven't scored yet, we're not just gonna leak a goal in when we try and press high, because that's what's happening. We're pressing high. And if you get past that first press, it opens up, and then you get out the play defenders where you have to be able to produce what you're good at. And Mcguire ain't good at that one-on-one stuff. So you seen he just got walked past, and then he couldn't even recover. Like as Anthony said, he's an ocean liner. So he really was.
He signs for the Tyner. And on that note. Thank you for everyone who joined us tonight. Anthony in the comment section, Nathan Ellen in the comment section, but he couldn't hold back yet to join us on the pod live. Love that enthusiasm there, Nathan. I know you're on your deathbed. Get well soon.
Thank you.
And thank you, of course, for joining us tonight, Garth.
Pleasure as always. Thanks for having me.
All right, no worries, mate. Yes, as I always say, if you are watching on Twitter, come over to KS1 TV and smash that subscribe button. If you are new to the show, come and smash that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, change your settings and come over and join us in the chat. And make sure you catch us on Saturday for the post-match reaction. And, of course, on the Tuesday for the post-match reaction as well. All right. Peace out, people. Stay safe and wash your hands.